Welcome back, everybody. My name is ESEA. Welcome to, another game of East Coast Gaming versus GlockJaw Season 34 this time. Now, this is the fourth game of the season at the time that this match was actually played, and I want to say the record at the time was, East Coast Gaming, they're obviously flawless in the season, so we have that going, but I think it looks like, yeah, okay, never mind, this was actually the fifth game for GlockJaw, and they were 3-2 at this time. So, had a couple of scuffs on their season record, but for the most part have managed to make it a promising season. So, East Coast Gaming, you got to be feeling good. I mean, they're flawless in the season, again, at the time of this demo actually happening. So I'm just really curious to see, honestly, what GlockJaw can bring to the table. See, I mean, the thing is, it's like, I don't really know what to expect. I haven't seen a lot of ECG on Inferno. I haven't seen anything at all from GlockJaw. I mean, this is all a bit of a question mark to me. So I can't think of any crazy storylines or anything of the sort here. That being said, that's a crazy shot. Not quite the crazy storyline, but it's already a pretty decent start. GlockJaw are trying to close the distance now between them and the CTs, but the rotate's already through. Ball every day. Here's a ton of information from the elephant steps coming in through the CT spawn. Gonna go ahead and try to have a bit of a day at the shooting range. Find one kill as RC is trying to go, cause a little bit of chaos here, but he only gets thrown away. One kill finally going the way of GlockJaw, something they so desperately needed, but East Coast Gaming, I mean, this retake should be all theirs in a matter of a couple of seconds. It's honestly kind of absurd that they managed to get the bomb down here. Swifty actually in a really strong position. What the hell is going on here? ECG, thank God they closed it out, but that was way too close for comfort. They should have had that one in the bag a lot sooner. That being said, though, ECG still keep up their pretty flawless streak in the season so far with pistol rounds here. I don't know exactly what the percentage conversion on these pistol rounds are, but I mean, it has to be pretty high up. Been great storylines for East Coast Gaming all the way across the season at the moment here, representing the LAN Center down in Florida. Not sure if that's like where they practice or anything like that, but I mean, hey, I'm respecting it. GlockJaw forcing up here. They managed to make that one a closer call than expected, so force up isn't exactly unexpected or unheard of, especially, again, since this is open. Literally anything can happen. 2 Galils and otherwise Mac 10s across the board. See, thing is, I mean, I understand that they're buying up here, but I'm surprised they aren't taking more of a default approach to this here. East Coast Gaming surely are going to be trying to sniff out a full exec or a rush onto a site or something of the sort, but relatively default in their own right as well. There's the info play that I was expecting. This info play is not working out whatsoever. Are seriously ECG going to get knocked down a peg here? They're so slow to rotate, and GlockJaw are now 3 players stronger. Lift. Oh, poor guy has just been completely demolished. There is finally a kill coming through that is colored in blue in the kill feed, but that is it. It's 1 kill. Otherwise, a very one-sided affair in round number 2. This is, I think, the first time that ECG actually don't win that second round. I mean, either that or this is just a fantastic coincidence and I haven't seen it before, but that is absurd, isn't it? Mac, I mean, obviously is going to go ahead and keep that M4 for a rainy day, but GlockJaw, I don't often see risky force-ups like that work out, but they were seriously just given a golden opportunity. Because of that, the round was theirs. Well played by them, though, to actually get the shots to finish that one off, and it's 1-1, all tied up. Very early on in this game, though. Anything can still happen. GlockJaw, as you would imagine, will be forcing up. As East Coast Gaming are doing actually the same. Pistols in play. With the exception of that scout in AJ's hands, can't quite fight in the shot. He's going to be trying to give it a second go. Still can't quite get the shot on through. Can't quite thread the needle. That's the phrase I was thinking about. I mean, that M4 is really going to have to go magic. It's going to have to go nuclear if it wants to be effective at all, but I don't exactly have the highest hopes for it. All quiet for now. GlockJaw playing a bit of default. Searching for any strange info. Maybe trying to sniff out a stack more than anything. If they can bring rotations somehow over to the B-bomb site, that would be huge news. Smoke for coffin, I think that is. I think this is a coffin smoke. Indeed it is. Okay, so still pulling off this fake here. This is actually a really well done fake by GlockJaw, I gotta say. It's working out to perfection. Hell, not only have they brought a rotate over, but they also have found a kill for free here. There is a rotation, or not, excuse me, not a rotation, a response from Mac. He's able to pick up one with, I believe, the M4 that was in play. And GlockJaw suddenly actually do want to bring this over towards B here. What started out as a fake ended up being their final destination. Bomb will go down to mark it as theirs, but Lift is already quick on the rotate and finds one with a CZ75. Now, no gun in his hand just yet. That's going to be Mac, the big gun, coming in to go ahead and try to make this deal a little bit sweeter as GlockJaw hurting, scathing to stay alive in this one here. Will actually be able to pull it off to a relatively decent fashion. Nade through onto Swifty. It dunks on the 2 HP player, but Hang still not quite healthy. Gets taken down as well, but Mac, I mean, he doesn't know where this third player is. Chinook is full HP on top of that, but somehow Mac gets it! What? I cannot believe that. How did Mac get that? Genuinely baffled at the shots that Matt can get away with. Unbelievable shots from the man in question. East Coast Gaming, they win that one? I'm going to need to check my records again. GlockJaw, I mean, that was their round to lose, and they did. I think they had the right idea, though, of faking B. Well, obviously, they just kind of stumbled upon an eventual B execute, though, after failing to effectively take A after losing a player to Mac early on. Mac was seriously the hero from start to finish to that round. Not only did he stop an A exec from happening, but he also pulled off a 1 versus 3 on top of that. Like, that is a hard carry performance if I've ever seen one. Full investment from GlockJaw, though. They haven't given up on the dream just yet, but maybe they should. Already lost a player. RC out of this equation entirely. Setting up for a couple of smokes. Swifty, is that, what smoke is that? I've actually never seen that one before. Cute little flash. Doesn't blind anybody though, and Swifty's probably just going to be giving up his life at this point. He's searching for info. This is not a sell whatsoever. Yeah, you see actually the rotation is having the opposite effect. Never mind, they're believing it. Do they actually have the right idea to believe this though? There is counter util coming through. Hornet, I'm guessing, might be boosting Lift on top of the flower pots. There's indeed the boost that I was talking about. I don't think they need 3 players here, though. They get a kill over towards A and over towards B, so really, everything's an open door for them here. These rounds, no way they're going to get traded back and forth. Again, Hornet, please, just don't go ahead and ruin the dreams of GlockJaw. They needed something. 20 seconds remain, and they're out of it. Hornet this time with a quad kill through. This time is the hero single-handedly. It's been the game of solo plays, the solo efforts for East Coast Gaming so far, but we're still very, very fresh into this game, where anything can happen. Small little, what looks like technical pause coming through. As the pause finally gets undone, thanks to the magic of demos. GlockJaw will only have pistols to speak of, so, I mean, really, what can you expect? Another one of those cases where it's going to be hard to exactly raise my voice over pistols, but, well, I mean, maybe, I'm trying to think realistically what they can get away with. Probably a bomb plant. They've done a decent job at least getting bombed down in a lot of scenarios. Even if they haven't been able to finish up the round, that seems to be their weak spot, actually finishing up rounds. Getting the bomb down doesn't seem to be like the most impossible thing or anything of the sort. It's a good goal to aim for. Rotate's already coming through from the CT side, though. Counter smoke, yeah, the round's over. Basically nothing that can be done at this point. The CTs are just going to, what I would say, massacre, but eventually will come through. 4-1. Yo, what's up, Cave Nub? How you doing, man? Appreciate the fours and feels. Is he unbanned yet? I think he is, right? As of today. Think so? Hell yeah, man. I'm just chilling, doing a lovely ESEA open cast here. Banned for 2 weeks, I know, for real. It was rough times for him. But apparently, there's nothing good when it has to come to Russian. Forzen got banned for saying something about Russians here, and Russian for GlockJaw isn't working out for them much either. Hornet taking down RC as they're trying to Russian over towards B. Knocked down 2 pegs now. They're basically sitting lopsided to try to make this round work out, but it's going to be a far cry from the GlockJaw that we saw previously, just a couple rounds back even. This is not like the GlockJaw that we saw just in this early game. They've gotten more and more impatient, and hell, they aren't winning any of their duels either. Lift, a double kill. Lord, this is just brutality. East Coast Gaming have this weird habit of putting up these insane CT halves. I wouldn't say it's a weird habit. It's an enjoyable habit. But it just must be so demotivating for GlockJaw, you know? Basically just ramming their head against the door over and over again. GlockJaw, though, haven't given up on the dream. They're going to ram their head towards the door once more here and try to close the distance. It's not going to work out for, though. It's a 1-for-1. And I really think at this point ECG should be able to close this one out. Mac is just really all he has to do is sit on site. He's going to do better. What a crazy shot. Is he actually going to turn around and get another one? That would be even more crazy. A 2 versus 2. This is working out significantly better than I thought it would for GlockJaw. They're trying to probably get the bomb down, but Mac is still alive and kicking. That is insane. Oh, God, he's so good. It doesn't work like that. You're 4-2. Hey man, I'm 1-6. I feel ya. Our team literally doesn't practice at all, so that's my excuse. But we're not doing great in this season. I feel you, Cave Nub. But I swear I'm a good player. You've heard it from me. Pucking out isn't working. Oh god, I don't even know what to say then, man. Still 4-2. That's a positive record. It's something, you know, to look forward to. GlockJaw, though, are just trying to simulate our ESEA Open record because they're 1-6 in this game so far, and all getting destroyed by a couple of players. Mac and Lift this time seems to be the bringers of death. Oh my god, this is just brutal. Might have to get... No, I think it's a good idea, Cave Nub. I mean, like... this was just kind of a for-fun team as well, but I want to win as well. Something that ECG really have no problem with doing. Oh my god, they're just... GlockJaw, again, it really is that they're just running their head into a door over and over again. Yeah, go ahead and call attack pause. They're going to need it here because this is just getting a bit awkward at this point here. That was another full investment from GlockJaw, and they got nothing done. They didn't get any kills here. We're not even seeing that many executes coming through. It really is just like... they just want to press W and find kills, but they're not getting them. Nothing slow, no defaults that we're seeing, and we're back onto a pistol rush. This is something that East Coast Gaming can easily respond to because it's something that they've done time and time again. AJ with a collateral to start things off here will actually get traded out by RC, who has done a little bit more work as well, finding one more before his eventual death, before being put into a grave. But the round is over just like that because, again, it's a B rush. There's just no variety to what GlockJaw are doing at all. Cave Nub says they're running it down mid like we did, but we won our games. Yeah, but that's because you were probably hitting your shots. And yeah, dude, same. I had to play 4 versus 5 a little bit earlier. Like, one of our guys was, like, out of town or something like that. I forgot exactly what it was. So, you know, we had to play 4v5 for one of them. We had stand-ins for, like, so many different games because we're all casters. It's a group of casters, so we all have, like, gigs to do as well. Yesterday in our match we lost. We had to have we had to play a 4v5 for a while, and then we had 2 stand-ins. It was a bit of a nightmare. Back to the game at hand real quick, though. This has been an absolute nightmare for GlockJaw as well. So, you know, what they say, art imitates life, and that's just life for GlockJaw. Oh my god, AJ, don't go for this. Okay, look, he finally gets punished for his wily antics. Crosman is the one doing all the punishing this time. He enters in with 2 kills over towards B, searching for a third over towards Ball Every Day, but Ball Every Day is playing this angle to perfection. He literally just has to hold the line, because love isn't always on time for either one of these teams. Ball Every Day now needs to back up here, but that gap, I thought it was going to get closed through, but RC actually chooses not to commit through the smoke here. That means that Ball Every Day can continue to spam while his teammates start pressuring from different angles as well. This is terrible for GlockJaw to be in, despite them having the numbers. This CT retake is going to be so possible. Mac, with tons of utility to speak of, can just Molotov anywhere that he wishes and probably find a free kill. There's the first, actually traded out. That is huge news again. GlockJaw, maybe it is going to work out for them. I'm getting whiplashed by how some of these rounds are going. Finally, GlockJaw look like they're getting something together. Good shot from Chinook to close things out. And 8-2 for GlockJaw. At this point, I mean, 8-7 is a possibility. GlockJaw obviously are going to have to be flawless. I'm not expecting that from them whatsoever. What I am expecting, though, maybe 5 rounds. I think 5 rounds is realistic for GlockJaw to get here. They have an op. They can juice out an early pick, possibly. Get something. I mean, right now it feels like I'm in one of those stages of grief, where I'm just trying to, like, bargain, you know? Flash up. Always good stuff. AJ won't find the first again, so maybe that 10-5 that I was thinking is a bit ambitious. Losing a player right off the bat like that is exactly what has gotten GlockJaw into this situation in the first place. Hell, making it dropping 2 players now. Ball Every Day aggresses. And he's actually continuing to aggress. Spots 2 players over towards Banana. Like, look at this. It's so telegraphed everything that GlockJaw want to do. They're going to end up trying to throw smokes over towards B and executing in. Then probably going to be dying to, let's see, judging by positions, it's going to be Hornet. This is great positions for the CTs to be holding at the moment. So Hornet is probably going to peek off of Ball Every Day's contact, and they're going to lose around in just a couple of seconds. Rotate doesn't even need to come through. AJ, I bet he's going to be running with knives out over towards CT, and the round is already going to be over by the time he comes on through. Like, it's so telegraphed, everything that GlockJaw want to do, that I can't even find it all too crazy. There's Hornet peeking out. Maybe I was correct. Maybe I was wrong, actually. Maybe it is Ball Every Day to pick up the slack here, or maybe it is AJ to close it out. Not going quite the way I was expecting, but the result is the same nonetheless. That is East Coast Gaming just running away with it. Nine rounds for the CT side is pretty monstrous. Anything more than this would just be salt in the wound, really. Definitely possible to mount a bit of a comeback. We saw that in the last game that East Coast Gaming was playing versus I forgot their name. I was hoping if I said it, Choke 12-3. Yeah, that was their name. Choke 12-3 to lose an IM slot. A very verbose name, but a very succinct round will be underway. But I'm trying to say is, like, comebacks are definitely possible, but this GlockJaw that is in the server at the moment here is not the kind of team that can make a comeback. These are not convincing rounds at all. This is everything that they brought to the table, GlockJaw, and they just get slapped down in a matter of a couple of seconds. There's still over a minute left in play, and it's a 1v4. There's no default. There's no map control being slowly taken. There's no nades thrown. I mean, shit. How much util was lost in that round, you know? Like, how many dollars worth of grenades were just thrown out the window there because GlockJaw didn't even get to throw them? It's brutality. Casting one-sided games is always tough. It's a motto I like to say often. But East Coast Gaming are putting on a clinic at the moment. GlockJaw aren't exactly making it hard for them to do that either, to be fair. But this is just too much. 10-5 again is still possible, so maybe my big brain prediction will finally come through, but judging by how these two players over at B have held down the line so far, I don't see it happening. Hornet only gets one through his spray down. Maybe GlockJaw have life in them yet. Another kill coming through. Conversion over towards B. They finds one. The 3v2's on. You see East Coast Gaming. This is a bit of their ego coming through. They realize that they can probably get away with trying to pull off a retake like this. That being said, with Lift going down, Mac might not have the same belief system as his teammate in Arms Lift. Although he won't go ahead and trade out Chinook, avenge his teammate. There's still a long way to go. With smoke going down isn't going to make things any easier. So luckily though, I mean, GlockJaw are finally using their utility, but it feels too little too late at this point. Well, no. Too little too late probably is not exactly the right thing to say. Because 10-5 is still an okay T-half. It's not great. Yeah, whatever. You already know what I'm going to say, but it's workable. 10-5 would just kind of feel like a blessing at this point here, but it actually might become reality. This buy is pretty scrappy from East Coast Gaming, so at least they're getting punished for losing a couple of rounds in a row. Or losing a lot of players, twice in a row, I should say. Good trade out. 1 for 1 so far. Hang holding over towards Banana. Does this Hornet actually get away with more than one here? He's holding with max 7. This is insane. He's found 2. Oh my lord. What is even going on at this point? I don't know why Hornet just... he let his poor teammate die. There's a plant on in. East Coast Gaming should be going for this retake. A boost up on Flower Pot seems a bit risky, but... well, desperate times call for desperate measures. Mac still has that smoke grenade in play. He should be tossing it over towards Banana. It's planted for Coffin, that default smoke, or that default plant. So, I mean, he has the right idea to it. No utility to force out that player holding over towards Dark, but they don't need it. They don't need the help of it. AJ and Mac will get the job done together. The plant is, or the defuse is through. 11 for East Coast Gaming. Man. ECG. What? I mean, what are these poor players doing to GlockJaw? Because GlockJaw, I mean, they had a positive record as this game was being played, 3-2. It's not like they're doing terrible in the season, but right now they are just getting absolutely schooled. Part of it is just well played by ECG, but at the same time, like GlockJaw, again, they're not making this very difficult for them. Look at this, there's no util. They're just pressing W onto the site, and of course, this seems to be some of the best success that they've had in a while. Other than that round that we saw previously. This is the first, like, decent glimmer of hope that we've seen in GlockJaw actually taking, you know, the bull by its horns and the beast by its tail. Retake is already on, though. ECG obviously going to be going for this one because it's the last round of the half. But that being said, ECG have probably gone for every retake that's possible so far this half. They've been given a couple of opportunities now. Miss smoke over towards Pit. Hornet will try to push up upon it. Chinook, his position is given away over towards Pit, but GlockJaw will steal the round away, and that's 4-11. Not quite the 10-5 that I was predicting or expecting, but it's not too shabby either. Moving on to the CT side of things, it's not exactly an impossibility that GlockJaw can make a comeback happen. Likely, no. But possible, yeah. I'll start off on the pistol, quite obviously. GlockJaw. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but yeah, I think they need this round. Like, if GlockJaw don't get this pistol round and the conversion together, they're going to be at 13-4. That's such a terrible scoreline to have to be up against. GlockJaw have the right idea, contesting Banana early and tossing down a smoke as a response. And actually, a flurry of kills come through. Lift 1 for 1 so far with Swifty. Getting the bomb down quickly, rotates her through. Chinook is able to find one on the retake effort, immediately coming in. GlockJaw want to close this one out here, but I think ECG want to close this one out even sooner. Holy hell, they are just absolutely rolling at the moment. GlockJaw, there's nothing they can do. Rolled by pistols every single time. ECG are so good on pistols. I don't know what it is. These guys must practice pistol rounds 10 hours a week. That doesn't seem like a lot, but they play a ton. I actually know someone who practiced only pistol DM. They refused to do any rifle DM for some reason. They only did pistol DM. But, you know, maybe GlockJaw could do with some of that training as well. They're going to need anything that they can get. Almost impossible for GlockJaw to get their way back, not only into this round, but into this game. It feels like courtesy that's just finished up within due time. Extremely one-sided. Crazy to think that at one point, I mean, GlockJaw were just kind of breathing down the neck of East Coast Gaming, but this has just been, again, insanely one-sided for pretty much the entire, yeah, no, pretty much the entire last half. Hey, what's up, Michaela? With the Pog U? How are Pog U doing? Interesting, Nate's tossed out. Does that actually change up how ECG play at all? Different question, but doesn't seem to have an answer yet. Oh, I wanted to take a nap as well. I'm actually thinking of taking a nap right after this. I'm kind of tired. Who knows? Smoke porch side, ECG. I mean, really, all they have to do is just set up for a good execute. GlockJaw, they've shown a couple of times now that they don't exactly have a good grasp on what to do. Doubled up over towards pit in basically the same position. This is extremely awkward now. I actually could see it working out though. Hang holds a line and he actually finds one caught off guard, but it's a one and done position from start to finish and he can't really do much of anything after he gets taken out. He doesn't provide any presence. He dies too quickly to be effective, and a retake, although it's already in effect from the side of GlockJaw, it's gonna have a very, very adverse effect of them destroying their own economy. This is exactly what I mean. I mean, again, ECG, all they had to do was literally execute onto his site. It doesn't even have to be that good of an execute. But GlockJaw seemed to force their hands so early and die incredibly quickly. Those are two players stacked up in pit. That was a golden opportunity that they had. But they peek out and die. And it's over. I mean, Hang, he did a decent enough job finding one, but he decided to extend and find another kill instead. Like, in theory, just hiding there would have been probably the safer and better move to do. Christ, what a shot, Swifty. Okay, well, he gets that off. And I think he has gotten his rocks off as well after hitting something like that, but the round isn't going to be coming through nonetheless, as much as they hope that it will. The fact that they can't even kill AJ over by trenches isn't exactly spelling confidence. 14-4 and Hang. Well, he's just going to have to hang tight onto this AK-47 that he stumbled across. It's going to be pretty much the only gun that GlockJaw have going for them into this next round here. 3,400 flooding into the pockets. They can actually afford a bit more. But still, go ahead and save your eco. Hang might be able to, let's see, how does money work? Hang might be able to drop a sniper over. That would be big news. Or, I mean, really, GlockJaw are going to need everything that they can get. Gonna have to be 11 rounds in a row now. I mean, if you thought that comeback that you saw earlier from Choke 12-3 was pretty monumental, I mean, even they fell short, and that was, what, 9 rounds, I think it is? This is 11, so they're going to have to be flawless for even longer. This is not a GlockJaw that can make a comeback happen. They are not playing like a team that can make a comeback. ECG, they're just outclassing them, and GlockJaw are looking insanely messy. Turns out that not only one op will come through, but two. GlockJaw, if they can do anything with it, it would be a miracle. They're going to need them for a long time coming. Also, they're going to need to avoid taking any economy damage, at least for the close future. If they're going to win rounds, they're going to need to do them confidently until their economy gets a little bit more built up. And then from there, maybe we can start thinking about comebacks, but I don't want to get my hopes up. Like, that is why. That is exactly why. A fluff nade. Swifty somehow getting one, actually. Wait a second. Okay, this is a little bit better. RC is able to find two. Swifty forced out position. Might be able to... Yep, indeed. I was going to say find Hornet on his way to the grave, but Swifty's actually somehow still alive. Back in a 1v4. You can pull off insane things, but I think this is just a bit too insane. Okay. Okay, GlockJaw, I'm starting to feel ya. That was that convincing round that I said that they needed. Not bad. Maybe I spoke too soon, GlockJaw. If he can keep on doing things like that, pushing down banana aggro, getting some early map control, and obviously hitting your shots like RC was doing last round, that would be a lot better. Easier said than done, of course. I mean, still, they need to do that 10 times in a row, and then we can think about OT, but I don't know. This doesn't look like a stoppable ECG at the moment. Ball every day. Oh, he hears that. I wonder if he spams through. Oh my god, they're going for a boost up. Ball Every Day has so many options at the moment here. Knows that there is a boost through, so Ball Every Day theoretically could have just spammed over. There is a 1-for-1 trade over at the B bomb site from the player Swifty, who actually did boost his teammate up here, but he's done his job. He brought a teammate up vertically, and he got put down into a grave vertically, so 6 feet under for the man. GlockJaw, I mean, this round surely is going to be over. This game should surely be over. Chinook is going to try to pull off a hero play with a sniper pushing in over towards Church at the moment. Nothing spotted, nothing gained, nothing lost. But the CCs obviously need to go for this one here. They're in between a rock and a hard place, and I think the hard place just might win it. Indeed, there it is. It's a matter of time before that game was finished up, and I'm glad that it at least ended with a whimper, not a bang. But that's a whole shebang for me. 2 games down, that is going to be all that you see from me for now. I have a game, I think, for East Coast Gaming a little bit later at, I believe, 9:30 EST. I might be a little wrong on that, but terrorist win. Indeed. Michaela, I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm going to go take a nap now. And thank you guys all so much for watching. There's still more to come. And I'll catch you guys later. See ya.